Captain Han Tae-sung hated medical checkups. He sat in the small waiting room of Gateway Station's medical wing, tapping his fingers on the armrest. The coffee here tasted terrible. Back on Earth, he could get a decent cup anywhere. Here in this massive space station filled with aliens from 100 different worlds, the coffee was either too sweet, too bitter, or sometimes not even made from actual coffee beans. Captain Han Tae-sung, a voice called his name. It sounded like wind chimes mixed with the crackling of ice. He looked up. The doctor standing in the doorway was not human. Of course not. Dr. Venthic was from Theta Prime, a crystalline being that looked like he was carved from blue glass. Light reflected off his body in strange patterns. When he moved, tiny musical sounds followed him. "That's me," Tae-sung said, standing up. He followed the doctor into the examination room. The room was cold and sterile. Everything was white or silver. Strange equipment lined the walls. Equipment designed to scan and analyze hundreds of different alien species. Tae-sung had been through this before. Every ship that docked at Gateway Station had to submit to health inspections. It was standard procedure. "Please sit," Dr. Venthic said. His voice had a strange echo to it. Tae-sung sat on the examination table. It was too high for human comfort, probably designed for taller species. His feet dangled a few inches off the floor. "This will only take a moment," the doctor said. He picked up a scanning device that looked like a metal wand. "I will take readings of your biological systems. It is painless, Monsieur Doc. Do what you need to do." Dr. Venthic waved the scanner over Tae-sung's body. It hummed softly. The doctor's crystalline face was impossible to read, but his body color was a calm blue. That was normal, Tae-sung had learned. Blue meant relaxed and professional. Then the humming changed. It became higher, more urgent. The scanner's lights went from green to yellow to red. Dr. Venthic's color changed too. The calm blue shifted to orange, then to bright red. That was not good. Red meant alarm. Red meant panic. "What?" the doctor said. His voice cracked like breaking ice. "This cannot be correct," he scanned again. The machine screamed the same warning. "Is something wrong?" Tae-sung asked. He felt fine. Better than fine, actually. He had slept well last night and had a good breakfast this morning. Dr. Venthic did not answer. He was staring at his scanner like it had just told him the universe was ending. His whole body was now bright crimson, flashing with pulses of deeper red. The musical sounds he made were harsh and discordant. "You have 47 lethal toxins in your system," the doctor finally screamed. 47. "How are you alive? Why are you not dead? Why are you sitting there calmly?" Tae-sung blinked. 47 what? "Toxins, poisons, deadly chemicals." Dr. Venthic's hands shook as he pointed at the scanner display. "Your bloodstream contains substances that would kill a Rigelian in seconds. You have enough caffeine to stop the heart of a Dravian. There are capsaicin compounds that could dissolve Theta Prime crystal, alcohol metabolites, artificial preservatives, natural human biochemicals that register as neurotoxins." "This is impossible." Tae-sung looked at his watch. "Doc, it's Tuesday." "Tuesday? What does the day matter? You are dying." "I'm not dying," Tae-sung shrugged. "I had 3 cups of coffee this morning. I ate spicy noodles for lunch yesterday. I had a beer with dinner the night before that. This is normal. This is just Tuesday." The doctor made a sound like shattering glass. "Normal? You consider this normal?" "Yeah, you should see me on Friday night." Dr. Venthic stumbled backward. His color flickered between red and purple. Purple was worse than red. Purple meant existential crisis. "I need to scan your crew," the doctor said. "All of them, now. Why?" "To determine if this is a human condition, or if you are uniquely cursed." Tae-sung sighed. His crew was not going to be happy about this. They had cargo to unload, schedules to keep, but the doctor looked like he might shatter into 1,000 pieces if Tae-sung said no. "Fine. I'll call them in." 20 minutes later, the rest of the crew of the SS New Soul arrived. Dr. Kim Yuna walked in first. She was their medical officer, young and brilliant with a constant expression of curiosity. She looked at Dr. Venthic's purple color and immediately understood something interesting was happening. "What's going on?" she asked. "The doctor thinks I'm dying," Tae-sung said. "You look fine to me." "I am fine. He's having a bad day." Engineer Choi Dae-ho came in next, followed by Navigator Lee Hana. Dae-ho was a big man with steady hands and a calm demeanor. Hana was the youngest of the crew, energetic and always smiling. Both looked confused. I need to scan all of you, Dr. Venthic said. His voice was shaking. Please, one at a time, Dr. Yuna went first. She sat calmly as the crystalline doctor scanned her. The machine screamed again. Dr. Venthic turned an even darker shade of purple. 53 toxins, he whispered. 53. I had extra hot sauce with breakfast, Dr. Yuna said cheerfully. Does that matter? The doctor did not respond. He moved to Deho. The scanner practically exploded with warnings.
61 toxins.
What have you eaten? Deho looked embarrassed. I had some of my homemade kimchi this morning. And yesterday. And the day before. What is kimchi? Fermented vegetables. Lots of spices. My grandmother's recipe. Dr. Venthic looked at Hana. She was the last one. Maybe she would be different. Maybe she would be normal. The scanner showed 39 toxins. That was the lowest number, but Dr. Venthic did not look relieved. He was staring at her cardiovascular readings. Your heart rate, he said. Your blood pressure. Your oxygen consumption. This would indicate a medical emergency for any species I know. Are you in pain? No, I feel great, Hana said. I went for a run this morning. Just 10 kilometers. Nothing serious. 10 kilometers? You ran 10 kilometers? For exercise? Well, yeah. It's good for you. Dr. Venthic made a sound like cracking ice. Then he turned to his communication panel. His fingers moved quickly across the controls. Station Commander Rixtal, this is medical. We have a situation. I need to quarantine 4 humans immediately. They are biological hazards. I repeat, biological hazards. Taesung looked at his crew. Dr. Yuna looked fascinated. Deho looked amused. Hana looked confused. This is going to be a long day, Taesung said. It's only Tuesday, Deho replied. Station Commander Rixtal arrived within 10 minutes. He was an impressive sight even by alien standards. His species looked like a cross between a praying mantis and a beetle, standing nearly 8 feet tall. 6 limbs moved in coordinated patterns as he walked. His exoskeleton was a deep green that shifted to black in the station's artificial light. Dr. Venthic, explain, Rixtal said. His voice was sharp and clicking, translated by the universal comm system into something humans could understand. The crystalline doctor was still purple. His hands gestured frantically at his scanner displays. Commander, these humans are filled with lethal toxins. Dozens of them. They should be dead. They should have been dead before they even boarded their ship. Yet they stand here breathing, talking, acting as if nothing is wrong. Rixtal's compound eyes fixed on the humans. All 6 of his limbs tensed. Are they a threat? I do not know. I have never seen anything like this. Captain Taesung stepped forward. Commander, we're not a threat. We're just trying to deliver cargo. This is all a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? Rixtal's antennae twitched. You carry 47 toxins in your body. 47, 53, 61, and 39. Dr. Venthic corrected. Different numbers for each of them. Dr. Yuna raised her hand like a student in class. Commander, may I explain? Rixtal nodded one of his limbs. Please do. These aren't toxins to us, Dr. Yuna said. She pulled out her personal tablet and brought up several charts. To understand humans, you need to understand Earth. Our home world is classified as a Class 12 death world. Death world? Dr. Venthic's color shifted slightly toward orange. Still alarmed, but now curious. Yes, Earth is extremely dangerous by galactic standards. We have predators, diseases, extreme weather, and thousands of toxic plants and animals. Humans evolved to survive all of that. Our biology is different. She showed them a chart. This is caffeine. You detected high levels in Captain Taesung. For a Rigelian, this would be fatal. For humans, it's a mild stimulant. We drink it every day. Some humans drink 10 cups a day. Dr. Venthic made a strangled sound. 10 cups? Some people drink more. Dr. Yuna pulled up another chart. This is capsaicin. You found it in my bloodstream. It comes from spicy food. Humans eat it because we enjoy the sensation. You eat poison for pleasure. It's not poison to us. It just feels spicy, hot. Some humans compete to eat the spiciest food possible. Commander Rixtal leaned closer to the charts. His antennae were fully extended now, a sign of intense focus. What about the other substances? Alcohol metabolites from social drinking. Food preservatives from processed meals. Natural human biochemicals that happen to be toxic to other species. Lactose from dairy products. Tannins from tea. Theobromine from chocolate. All normal for humans. Engineer Daeho pulled a small container from his pocket. Want to see something really interesting? This is my lunch. He opened it. The smell hit the room like a physical force. Dr. Venthic stumbled backward. Commander Rixtal's antennae flattened against his head. What is that? Rixtal demanded. Kimchi. Fermented vegetables. Very healthy. Fermented? You eat rotted food? It's not rotted, it's fermented. There's a difference. It's full of good bacteria. Bacteria, Dr. Venthic repeated weakly. You intentionally eat bacteria. Yes, it helps with digestion. Dr. Venthic gestured to a medical analysis station. May I scan this food? Sure. Daeho placed the container in the scanner. The machine hummed. Then it beeped. Then it made a sound like it was choking. Sparks flew from one of the analysis panels. What happened? Commander Rixtal demanded. Dr. Venthic stared at the readings. The chemical complexity overloaded the scanner. This substance contains compounds that register as corrosive agents. The pH levels are extreme. The bacterial count is astronomical. This should be classified as a biological weapon. Daeho picked up the container and took a bite. Want the recipe? Both aliens took a step back. Navigator Hana, who had been quiet until now, spoke up. If it helps, I can show you what human cardiovascular systems can do. What do you mean? Dr. Venthic asked. Well, you were worried about my heart rate. I can show you what happens when I actually exercise. Absolutely not, the doctor said quickly. Your resting readings are already alarming. I'm serious. Humans are built for endurance. We used to hunt by chasing animals until they collapsed from exhaustion. Some humans run for hours. Some run for days. Days? Rixtal's voice rose in pitch. You run for days? In competitions, yes. Marathon races, ultramarathons. The longest human running race is over 3,000 kilometers. Dr. Venthic sat down heavily. His color was fading to a pale blue-white. This is too much information. Dr. Yuna pulled up more data on her tablet. Should I tell you about human immune systems? We fight off infections that would kill most species. Our bodies generate fevers that would cook the organs of other beings. We have specialized cells that hunt and destroy invaders. We can survive radiation doses that would sterilize other worlds. Stop, Dr. Venthic said. Please stop. Commander Rixtal was silent for a long moment. His antennae moved in slow circles, a sign of deep thought. Finally, he spoke. Dr. Venthic, are these humans actually dangerous to the station population? Not directly. The toxins are inside their bodies. They are not contagious. But their very existence challenges everything I know about biology. Then there is no need for quarantine. But, Commander, I will report this to the Galactic Council. They should know about human biology. But for now, these beings have done nothing wrong. They cannot help how they evolved. Rixtal turned to Taesung. Captain, your cargo delivery is approved. But please, try to avoid eating your fermented food in public areas. The smell seems to distress other species. Understood, Commander. As the humans filed out of the medical wing, Dr. Yuna looked back at Dr. Venthic. The crystalline doctor was still sitting, staring at his scanner. Are you okay? She asked. I have studied medicine for 70 of your years, he said quietly. I have treated 347 different species. I thought I understood biology. But you humans, you break every rule. You should not be possible. We get that a lot, Dr. Yuna said with a smile. Would you like to compare notes? I'd love to learn more about Theta Prime biology. Dr. Venthic's color shifted to a warmer blue. Curiosity was winning over fear. Yes, he said. Yes, I would like that very much. Outside, Captain Taesung checked the time. They had lost 2 hours to the medical drama. Their cargo delivery was behind schedule, but it could have been worse. Still Tuesday, he muttered, and went to find better coffee. News traveled fast on Gateway Station. By evening, every species on the station had heard about the toxic humans. The story grew with each telling. Some said humans breathed poison. Others said their touch could kill. A few claimed humans ate pure acid for breakfast. None of it was true, but fear did not care about truth. In the station's main marketplace, aliens gave the human crew a wide berth. When Captain Taesung walked past, a group of Dravians scattered like frightened birds. When Engineer Daeho tried to buy supplies, the merchant refused to touch his credit chip. This is getting ridiculous, Taesung said. They were sitting in a corner of the station's cantina, the only place that would still serve them. The tables around them were conspicuously empty. Give them time, Dr. Yuna said. She was taking notes on her tablet. documenting every interaction. Fear is a natural response to the unknown. We're not unknown. We've been members of the Galactic Council for 5 years. 5 years is nothing in galactic terms. Most species take decades to fully integrate. Some take centuries. Navigator Hana looked up from her meal. Someone's coming. A figure approached their table. It was unlike anything Taesung had seen before. The being moved inside a large transparent tank filled with water. Bioluminescent patterns flickered across its body in waves of blue and green light. Ambassador Quelm, Dr. Yuna said, recognizing the species. An honor to meet you. The aquatic alien's patterns shifted to a warm yellow. The universal translator rendered it as a greeting. The honor is mine. I represent the Galactic Council here. I wanted to speak with you about recent events. Are we in trouble? Taesung asked. Trouble? No, fascinating? Very much yes. The ambassador's lights pulsed with what seemed like amusement. Dr. Venthic sent his findings to the council. Your biology has caused quite a stir. We can't help how we evolved. Of course not. Evolution is what it is. But understanding your capabilities could benefit everyone. May I ask you some questions? Ask away. The ambassador settled his tank more comfortably. Tell me about Earth. Dr. Venthic mentioned it is classified as a death world. Dr. Yuna took over. She was better at explanations. Earth is rated Class 12 on the Death World scale. It has extreme weather patterns. Hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions. The temperature ranges from -60 to +60 degrees Celsius in different regions. Remarkable. Most species require much narrower environmental bands. That's not all. Earth has thousands of predator species, creatures that hunt humans. We evolved alongside them. You were prey, we were prey. Then we became predators ourselves. Navigator Hana added, humans are persistence hunters. We don't run fast, but we run forever. We would chase animals for hours or days until they collapsed. No other species on Earth could match our endurance. The ambassador's lights flickered with interest. This explains the cardiovascular readings. Your bodies are built for sustained activity. Exactly, Dr. Yuna said. Human bodies are incredibly efficient. We can regulate our temperature through sweating. We can survive on minimal food and water for days. Our bones are dense and strong. Our muscles can perform for hours without stopping. And the toxins? Earth has toxic plants and animals everywhere. To survive, humans developed resistance. Our livers and kidneys filter out harmful substances. Our immune systems fight off infections that would devastate other species. We even developed the ability to consume certain toxins safely. Engineer Daeho pulled out his container of kimchi again. Like this. Fermented foods contain bacteria and compounds that would harm most species. For humans, they're beneficial. The ambassador's lights shifted to orange. Cautious curiosity. May I analyze that substance? Properly, I mean. Not with station scanners. Sure. Daeho handed over a small sample. Ambassador Quelm took the sample carefully, using a remote manipulator arm. I will send this to the Council's Xenobiology Division. They will want to study it. What about the fear? Captain Taesung asked. Half the station is treating us like we're bombs waiting to explode. Fear will fade with understanding. I will arrange a presentation. You can explain human biology to the station population. Show them you are not dangerous. When? Tomorrow. Station Central Auditorium. I will make sure everyone attends. The next day, the auditorium was packed. Hundreds of aliens from dozens of species filled the seats. The air hummed with nervous energy. Commander Rixtal stood at the entrance, 6 limbs crossed in a position that meant he was ready for trouble. Dr. Yuna took the stage. She had prepared a comprehensive presentation with charts, graphs, and images of Earth. She started with the basics. Humans come from a world we call Earth. By galactic standards, it is a very dangerous place, but it is also beautiful and full of life. To understand humans, you must understand where we come from. She showed images of Earth's landscapes, mountains, oceans, forests, deserts. The aliens leaned forward, fascinated despite their fear. We evolved to survive in this environment. That required special adaptations. She brought up a diagram of human anatomy. Our bones are reinforced with calcium. Our muscles work in coordinated groups. Our cardiovascular system can support extended physical activity. Navigator Hana stepped forward. Would you like a demonstration? Murmurs rippled through the crowd. I'm going to run on this treadmill, Hana said, gesturing to equipment that had been set up on stage. I'll maintain a pace that is normal for human exercise. Dr. Venthic will monitor my vital signs. You can see that what looks alarming to you is completely normal for us. Dr. Venthic, who had been sitting in the front row, came up on stage. He attached monitoring equipment to Hana. His crystalline body was a nervous yellow color. Baseline readings, he announced. Heart rate 72 beats per minute. Blood pressure normal for humans. Temperature 37 degrees Celsius. Hana started running. The treadmill hummed beneath her feet. She settled into an easy pace, breathing steadily. Heart rate now 120, Dr. Venthic reported. Blood pressure elevated. Respiration increased. For most species, these readings would indicate severe distress. Hana smiled and waved at the crowd. She did not look distressed at all. 15 minutes passed. 30 minutes. Hana kept running. The aliens watched in growing amazement. Some had never seen sustained physical activity like this. Heart rate 140, Dr. Venthic said. His voice had changed. The fear was gone, replaced by scientific fascination. She is maintaining this level. Sustained. Incredible. After an hour, Hana slowed down and stopped. She was breathing hard but smiling. Who wants to try? A young alien in the audience, a species called the Vresh, stood up. I will try. The Vresh was athletic by their species standards. They stepped onto the treadmill with confidence. Hana set it to a slow pace, much slower than she had been running. 5 minutes later, the Vresh stumbled off the treadmill, gasping. Dr. Venthic scanned them quickly. Cardiac stress, severe fatigue. They need rest. The audience was silent. Then someone started a gesture that translated as applause. Others joined in. The sound filled the auditorium. Ambassador Quelm's lights pulsed in bright, happy colors. Do you see? Humans are not dangerous. They are simply adapted to a more challenging environment. This is not a threat. This is remarkable. Dr. Venthic stepped forward. His crystalline body was a brilliant blue-green now. Wonder and excitement. I have spent my life studying biology. I thought I knew what was possible. But humans have shown me there is still so much to learn. I propose that we study human capabilities further. Not because they are dangerous, but because they are extraordinary. The crowd erupted in agreement. Captain Taesung, watching from the side of the stage, allowed himself a small smile. Maybe Tuesday was finally over. Maybe Wednesday would be better. Wednesday started quietly. Too quietly. Captain Taesung was finishing his third cup of terrible station coffee when the alarms began. Not the regular beeping kind. The kind that meant something was very, very wrong. Red lights flooded the corridors. The universal comm system crackled to life. Commander Rixtal's voice, normally calm and controlled, was sharp with urgency. All personnel, this is an emergency. We have a catastrophic coolant leak in Reactor 3. All non-essential personnel must evacuate the lower decks immediately. Maintenance crews report to emergency stations. Taesung was already running. His crew met him at the ship's airlock. They had heard the alarms too. What's happening? Navigator Hana asked. Reactor leak. Bad one. Dr. Yuna checked her tablet, pulling up the station's schematics. Reactor 3 is in the main engineering section. If it fails, we lose power to half the station. Life support, artificial gravity, everything. Can they fix it? Engineer Daeho asked. I don't know. Let's find out. They made their way to the emergency command center. Commander Rixtal was there, surrounded by screens showing different parts of the station. His 6 limbs moved frantically across multiple control panels at once. Commander, what can we do to help? Taesung asked. Rixtal turned. His antennae were flat against his head, a sign of extreme stress. Nothing. The leak is in a section flooded with coolant vapor. The chemical is highly toxic. Exposure time to seal the leak manually is 15 minutes minimum. No species on this station can survive more than 2 minutes in that environment. What's the chemical? Dr. Yuna asked, already pulling up information on her tablet. Hexafluoroethane compound, mixed with trace amounts of nitrogen tetroxide and sulfur dioxide. Dr. Yuna scanned through the data. Her eyes widened slightly. Commander, what concentration? Current readings show 40% concentration in the air. It will reach saturation within the hour if not stopped. Can't the automated systems handle it? Hana asked. The automated systems failed. That's why we have the leak. Someone has to go in there and seal the breach manually. Dr. Yuna looked at Captain Taesung. He looked at Engineer Daeho. Daeho nodded. We can do it, Taesung said. What? Rixtal's antennae shot up. No, absolutely not. Did you not hear me? This chemical will kill you. Probably not, Dr. Yuna said, still reading her tablet. These chemicals are similar to industrial cleaners used on Earth. Humans can tolerate short-term exposure. It won't be pleasant, but we should survive. Should? Rickstall's voice rose to a pitch that the translator struggled to process. You are basing this on should? What choice do we have? Taesung asked. If nobody goes in there, the station loses power. People die anyway. This is insane. Probably. But we're doing it anyway. Taesung looked at Daeho. You ready? As ready as I'll ever be. At least it's not Monday. Dr. Venthic appeared, his crystalline body flickering between colors so fast it looked like a rainbow. I heard. I am coming with you. Someone needs to monitor your vital signs. You can't go in there, Doc. The chemicals will kill you. I will stay in the safe zone at the entrance. I will have medical equipment ready when you come out. Because you will come out. His color settled into a determined blue. Commander Rickstall looked at the screens, then at the humans, then back at the screens. His limbs sagged. If you do this, you are heroes. If you die, I will never forgive myself. We're not going to die, Taesung said. He hoped he was right. They suited up in the station's emergency gear. The suits were not designed for humans, but they would provide some protection. Taesung and Daeho each carried a kit of tools and sealant compounds. The walk to Reactor 3 felt like it took forever. The corridors were empty. Everyone had evacuated. Red emergency lights cast strange shadows on the walls. They reached the access door. Beyond it, yellow-green vapor swirled in thick clouds. Taesung could see the reactor through the haze. A crack in one of the coolant lines was spraying vapor into the air. 15 minutes, Dr. Venthic said. That is how long the repair should take. Can you do it? We'll find out, Daeho said. They opened the door and stepped inside. The smell hit them immediately. Acrid burning chemical. Taesung's eyes watered. His throat burned. But he could breathe. That was something. Let's move, he said. Back in the command center, every screen was focused on the reactor room. The entire station watched through the video feeds. Aliens from dozens of species stared in horrified fascination as two humans worked in an environment that should kill them in seconds. Dr. Yuna stood next to Dr. Venthic, monitoring the readings. Heart rates elevated but stable. Respiration increased. Blood oxygen levels dropping slightly but still in acceptable range. They are breathing that vapor, Dr. Venthic said. His voice was barely a whisper. They are swimming through poison. Humans are good at surviving poison, Dr. Yuna said. But even she looked worried. Inside the reactor room, Taesung and Daeho worked methodically. The crack was worse than they thought. The sealant would need 3 layers, each taking 5 minutes to set properly. This is going to take longer than 15 minutes, Daeho said. I know. Keep working. Taesung's hands were shaking now, not from fear, from the chemical exposure. His skin felt like it was on fire. His lungs burned with every breath. But he kept working, you know, Daeho said, his voice rough. This reminds me of my grandfather's workshop. He used to clean engine parts with stuff that smelled just like this. Your grandfather was insane, probably, but he lived to be 93. 18 minutes. That's how long it took. 18 minutes of breathing toxic vapor, of working through burning eyes and aching lungs, of pushing past every instinct that screamed at them to run. Finally, Daeho stepped back. That's it. The seal is holding. They stumbled toward the door. Dr. Venthic was there, scanners ready, medical equipment spread out. Sit. Both of you, now. They sat. Taesung's skin was red and irritated. Daeho was coughing, but they were alive. Dr. Venthic scanned them frantically. Toxin levels are elevated, significant but not fatal. Lung irritation, skin inflammation, but you are alive. You are actually alive. Told you, Taesung said. Just Wednesday. This was Tuesday, Daeho corrected. This is more like a Wednesday. Commander Rickstall appeared, moving faster than Taesung had ever seen him move. The reactor is stable. The station is safe. You did it. Just doing our job, Commander. Your job does not include dying for us. We didn't die. We just got a little uncomfortable. Daeho pulled out his container of kimchi. Speaking of uncomfortable, I need to settle my stomach. He took a bite. The alien stared at him. After surviving a toxic reactor leak, he was eating fermented vegetables that their scanners classified as hazardous material. Ambassador Quelm's tank rolled up. His bioluminescent patterns were a brilliant gold. Joy and relief. You have shown us what humans truly are. Not dangerous, not threatening, but brave beyond measure and resilient beyond belief. The galaxy is lucky to have you.